Me puse a subir de nivel y explorar un poco el mundo, pero creo
Just
que
admit
voy a
I'm
subir de nivel
stronger.
con mundo contra mundo
Never.
porque es más rápido.
Sounds like disaster brewing. I'll bring a keg. Hail, Slayer. For old Rex' sake, I
Hola.
hope Air is right about you. Those Order representatives refuse to cooperate. Until someone takes charge, nothing will get done. It has to be someone they respect. Someone unaffiliated.
No me llevo una carta.
Air, will you step forward?
I have rarely said no to you, Scarty, or your father, but this time I must.
You are the only one who can aid us. The Wolfborn can't appear to take a side.
No, it's time for a new legend to arise in Holbrecht. The Slayer can take up this challenge.
Hola, Ir, ¿no
I
te da
wish you
frío?
clear-
Yo me moriría de frío.
What's going on? What was that all about?
Scarty, son of Newt Whitebear and head of the Wolfborn, brings word of trouble in Holbrecht.
I don't understand. Did I hear you refuse to help?
My time as a hero has come and gone. You're the hero that Holbrecht needs now. I will follow and advise you, of course, but this is your time and your challenge.
Come, Scarty's waiting in Holbrecht and he needs help. He's meeting with some dignitaries who are very important, but hard to manage.
¿Qué pasa? ¿Ven? Ok, vamos. Primero vamos a leer mi carta. Ah, es un daño.
The dredge?
Hola,
Attacking
Sparty.
soldiers on the road?
May the
Those
spirits
are
of the
the
wild
rumors,
watch over you.
yes. Ah, here comes the Slayer. Maybe now
Ah,
we'll get
sí.
some results.
A lo mejor.
Vigil doesn't stand by when it's
No quiero
attacked.
hablar contigo.
I wish you
Strike back.
clear
At
skies.
what?
No quiero hablar con
At the
ella.
Priory, we collect information before we act. Otherwise, we're just flailing in shadows.
And while you two are flailing and collecting, the Order of Whispers will be solving the problem.
Ahora me toca elegir de cuál quiero ser.
You must visit more. Welcome, Slayer.
Hola.
I'd like you to meet representatives from the Vigil, the Derman Priory, and the Order of Whispers. They need your help.
I'm honored. I'll do what I can, but first I need to know more. What's the situation?
Dredge activity is rising sharply up north. We've been finding dead bodies with horrific and inexplicable wounds.
All three orders have an interest, so we need to combine our efforts. But we can't agree on a course of action. I'll let them elaborate.
Welcome, Slayer. I'm Ifwin from the Order of Whispers.
Wow,
We
qué nombre.
specialize in covert activity, information, infiltration, and assassination. We found the bodies, we reported the strange wounds, and we heard rumors of a dredge attack on Scholar's Cleft, a priory facility in that region.
That complex is not well defended. Allow me to introduce myself. Scholar Prot of the Derman Priory. Scholar's Cleft is a place of learning. We're studying the Elder Dragons there, and that research is too important to fall into Dredge hands.
Es un padre su cara.
The Vigil has other priorities. I'm
Se parece el
Crusader
vocalista de
Thurkin.
una banda de...
Marauding dredge are the problem? I say, no dredge, no problem. Those tunneling devils cost me a squad. I'll punish them for that, so they can't do more harm. Ever. So we have two objectives, two plans, but only one Slayer. That leaves the question, who gets your help? The dredge threat needs to be identified and contained. How will you begin? By protecting Scholar's Cleft, or avenging the fallen Vigil squad?
¿A quién ayudaremos? A este.
The vigil will cure
No sé
what
por qué.
ails this world.
No me gusta admitirlo, pero hemos tenido problemas para contener a los dragas. Supongo que un pequeño contingente a la espera, pero agradeceremos que nos ayudaras. O a
I learn
este.
something new every day.
Grieta del erudito, libros extraños y viejos tomos, pero ahí no hay nada específico de los draga. ¿Vendrás conmigo a comprobar que es seguro? Sí, prefiero este. Quiero saber por qué los dragas se eligen ahí. Espléndido. El deseo de aprender es la llave de la sabiduría. Sé que serás de gran importancia para esta misión. Eso espero. Empecemos.
Some slayer you are. Who chooses sentry duty over taking the fight to the enemy?
Someone thinking about the future. Your
No
comrades
me
are gone,
molestes.
but Scholar's Cleft can still be saved. I approve.
No me molesten.
Every day dozens try. Silence that.
Hola tú. ¿Eh? Mm. Ah. Erudito subterráneo.
Glad to have you with us, Slayer. Scholar's Cleft is abuzz with rumors of an impending dredge attack. When I left, some of the faculty were convinced the attack was imminent. Studying dragons for so long makes one eager to confront a more manageable foe. If you don't mind, let's hurry before full-on panic sets in.
I don't mind at all. If trouble's coming to Scholar's Cleft, I want to be there to meet it.
Veamos por qué los dragas vienen para acá. Me encantan porque parecen ratitas. Ratitas calvas. Ya me te mueran todos. Ay, por eso tengo una nueva mascota. No sé cómo cambiarlo. Se llama Toti. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Ves?
Forget the scholar. I have the information. Get out of here before the reinforcements show up.
¿Dónde quedé?
Stay back. I won't allow harm to come to little Meowmas.
Ay, está defendiendo a los gatitos. Ay, qué bonitos. Peleando por acá. Ya ni encuentro. Ay, ya los vi. Se vencieron.
To battle!
tomar desde aquí para acá. Hola.
Thank the six gods. You arrived just in time. The dredge have gone crazy.
We're here to help. Do you have any idea what those brutes wanted?
They were after a very specific book on ancient architecture. Their leader, Vyacheslav, fled with it just a moment ago.
A book on architecture? Can Dredge even read?
I don't know. I told them where it was, and they left me alive. My poor colleagues.
If the dredge got what they wanted, I doubt they'll be back. Tend to the wounded, Scholar. The Slayer and I will deal with the dredge. I need to report this to my superiors at the Priory, Slayer. I'll meet you back in Holbreck when I'm finished, and then we'll speak to the others.
Okay.
I tell you, the Dredge are testing this new weapon on Vigil soldiers. It has to be destroyed now!
It might be better to steal the weapon, learn its secrets, develop a defense. If it's especially lethal, we might even want to turn it against the dragons themselves.
An intriguing notion, Agent. But I agree. The weapon deserves a closer look.
Y tiene la panza peluda. Ok, hablemos con él.
The rumors were true. Dredge did attack Scholar's Cleft. They killed a lot of people and stole an ancient tome.
They were led by a dredge named Vyacheslav. On his orders, they murdered my colleagues for a book about architecture.
Why? What was in the book that would be worth killing and dying for?
Does it matter? I'm here to report that the Vigil just lost another squad to this mystery weapon. The Dredge and their new toy must be stopped.
I think we all agree on that. But the Priory isn't going to charge in without more information.
Then stand aside. We know they're keeping the weapon somewhere near Mullenhide. We'll fight our way in and destroy it.
Or we could sneak in and steal it. By the time the Dredge build another one, we'll have a response prepared.
As long as we do something now to prevent more loss of life. What say you, Slayer? Steal the weapon or destroy it?
Destruirla. ¿Quién la quiere destruir? Ah, ella la quiere robar, sí. Ahora quiero trabajar con esto. Vamos. ¿Qué pasa? Oh, chiquito. Vete. Te vas a caer. Te vas a caer. Ok, vamos a seguir. Sin entrar en la historia. Entrar en la historia. Uy. Ay, no te caigas. Hola.
Good to have you with us, Slayer. You know what that dredge weapon did to my comrades. You're welcome to help me avenge them. You'll make an excellent Vigil recruit. When you're ready to commit to fighting the dragons full-time, let me know.
I will. But first, I want to break Vyacheslav's latest prototype and punish the dredge who tested it on people.
Agreed. And that confirms that you were made for the Vigil. We don't talk, we act. When we're attacked, we answer. The dredge are behind that door. Let's smash it down and show them Vigil justice. Quickly, blast the door on the left.
Sacrifice nothing. You gain nothing.
Good job. Door's starting to come apart. Another shot. That's almost got it. One more shot. Ambush from beneath us. To arms.
Ay. Esto no me gusta. Ahora tengo que destruir también con el cañón, creo que sí. No, no, abandonar. Me encanta cómo sale el ahí. Vamos, tranquila, mátalo.
Here come more dredge. Watch out! These are big ones.
No se peleen.
You'll be back. The weapon must be in there. Let's find it and destroy it.
No hay lo que digo.
Look there! That must be the prototype. Let's smash that big heavy beast.
Ay, pasó.
Scratch one, prototype. That's how the Vigil handles things. That's why we get results. On behalf of my fallen comrades, I thank you. Now, what do you make of this little weapons factory?
It looks as if there are parts here to build another, much bigger weapon. Whatever the dredge are planning to attack with the final weapon, it must be a huge target.
You've a sharp eye. Prot did mention them stealing a book about architecture. The target may well be a building.
I'd like to inform Prot and Ifwin about what we saw here. If we're to stop Vyacheslav and his plans, we'll need their input.
Agreed. I'll meet you back in Holbreck. And Slayer, don't forget my offer. You and the Vigil are made for each other.
Gracias.
now met.
The Dredge are definitely building another weapon, one big enough to shatter a mountain. I've seen the proof with my own eyes. Given the architectural tome they stole, I think Vyacheslav's target is a large building. But which one? Where is he going to strike?
True, but a little research might get us that information. My contacts have intercepted a coded Dredge message. I suspect it was being sent to Molengrad. If we break the code, we can figure out what the Dredge are planning.
We haven't got time for the Priory to crack that code. I have a spy inside a Dredge settlement. Let's ask him for the information.
I'll leave the intelligence gathering to you lot. The Vigil is ready to move on whatever you discover. In the meantime, we'll keep hunting Vyacheslav.
We'll share what we learn with the Vigil. But first the Slayer must decide how we're going to learn it. By breaking the code or debriefing the spy.
Nada espía. Bueno, lo voy a dejar aquí. ¿Qué haces tú?